सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवशद्गुरु श्रीं बृजी स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवशद्गुरु श्रीं बृजी स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवशद्गुरु श्रीं बृजी स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय शिवशद्गुरु श्रीं बृजी स्वाहा
Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining our global community for these two special gatherings on Tuesday, January 31st and Wednesday, February 1st, 2023, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. UTC, or 11:30 p.m. IST. My name is Sucharita, and wishing you all a very warm welcome to this introduction to Avatar Aarti while chanting Dr. Pillai's Mula Mantra, followed by a karma clearing exercise guided by Mohini, and rounding out the session with Lakshmi sharing ways in which we can honor Dr. Pillai during his birthday celebrations offered at Pillai Center Academy, and Astrovet. A few minutes prior to the end of this preparatory session, you'll be invited to share your experiences, or you may ask questions that I'll respond to on chat for a few minutes while we listen again to Dr. Pillai's chanting of the Mula Mantra. Now, one may wonder, why are we preparing for Dr. Pillai's birthday, and what's so special about it? Well, let's take a moment to share about the Guru's birthday, which is the most auspicious day of the year to receive his powerful miracle bestowing blessings. Those blessings get transmitted through a spiritual empowerment or darshan from Dr. Pillai that will help to destroy internal and external impediments in life. Divine wisdom is bestowed as Dr. Pillai enlivens our intellect to awaken us to our true potential as we accomplish our goals in life. Dr. Pillai is an embodiment of ultimate grace and powerful spiritual energies of Lord Dattatreya, who's an incarnation of Lord Brahma, the creator God, Lord Vishnu, the sustainer God, Lord Shiva, protector God, who destroys negativity and enlivens us with enlightenment. The goal of these two preparatory events is to attune to or align with Dr. Pillai's consciousness so that we can experience cleansing of deep-seated karmic challenges blocking our progress. We can experience a spiritual rebirth that can transform our body, mind, and soul, that leads us to experience a more fulfilling and perhaps more rewarding life moving forward. Now, before we begin the avatar Aarti, you can see the Mula mantra with the English meaning next to each of the power sounds. We'll take a moment to perhaps enjoy a better understanding of this special mantra that invokes Guru's grace from Dr. Pillai. Om is the primordial sound. All life came from Om. You get omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. I'm the sound for instant intuition, consciousness, wisdom, and super intelligence. Hrim, the sound that created the first and most primary gods, Sadashiva, Maheshwara, Rudra, three forms of the supreme god Shiva, Vishnu, the protector or preserver, Brahma, the creator. You get unlimited power to create, as well as supreme confidence. Sarvalokaya Adityaya. Sarva means all. Lokaya means galaxies. And Aditya means the sun. He is the sun or consciousness of all the galaxies. You get all the powers of the sun, primordial light, and unity consciousness. Shiva Satguru, the most powerful guru of truth, Shiva, who knows all the secrets of life. He's the ultimate teacher. You get abundant grace, protection, and revelations. Shrim Brizi are power sounds that invoke health, wealth, prosperity, beauty, joy, happiness, bliss in life, as well as money miracles. Swaha is an invoking mantra. Together they mean, I invoke you. Get all purification of healing, protection of the body, mind, and soul. So with this Mula mantra, enjoy the blessings and miracles from Dr. Pillai when offering a ghee lamp or candlelight and chanting this mantra. Now, without further delay, we invite you to settle into a quiet space wherever you are. You can shut down your electronic devices or any distractions. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out slowly and gradually centering yourself, shifting focus from your surroundings, including repetitive thoughts, and connect with that stillness inside. And gently open your eyes. You may gaze at the image of Dr. Pillai and allow the spiritual transmission or darshan to empower you with miracle consciousness. Enjoy the practice, and we'll meet back after about 15 minutes.
Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Briji Swaha Om Aim Sarvalokaya Adityaya शिव सद्गुरु श्रीं ब्रजीं स्वाहा सर्वलोकाय आदित्याय 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 शिवसद्गुरु श्रीं बृजी 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 स्वाहा Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Brizi Swaha.
Slowly, gently, come back to yourselves. Take a moment to let go, reacquaint yourself with your surroundings. Notice the type of thoughts you're thinking, the quality of thoughts, the quantity of thoughts. Are you more peaceful? Experiencing clarity of mind? What are your feelings? Are you feeling grateful, abundant, full of divine energy, grace, blessings, tears of joy, or whatever other experiences you observe at this very moment? Take notice. Express gratitude to Dr. Pillai in whatever way you feel is best for you. And just let it all go as we move on to the next part of this session, where we will listen to Mohini guiding us through a clearing exercise that will prepare us to receive blessings during Dr. Pillai's upcoming birthday and thereafter. We can enjoy connecting with images of the sin-dissolving power spot at Rameshwaram that can help us to get into a state of receptivity to diffuse stubborn karma. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy for the next 15 minutes of this special karma clearing exercise with Mohini.
This is the most powerful day of the entire year for the Guru to shower his blessings. Babaji knows that we are taking an astral travel to Rameshwaram, so feel that this exercise is truly blessed by Babaji. And then you'll be able to really open up and then release these karmic thoughts to the sin-dissolving waters and power that exists in Rameshwaram. The reason why it's so powerful to take an astral travel of our soul to Rameshwaram is that the thoughts cycle within our brain. But Dr. Pillai has explained that in previous lifetimes, the thoughts that we've held with great passion and emotion and conviction and with persistence, those thoughts actually stay with the soul when they transition out of that birth, and they're carried forward as electrical activity in the soul, so that when the soul incarnates, the soul will experience the same thoughts that were passionately and persistently held in a previous birth. So that's why the karma cleansing experience at Rameshwaram is so powerful, because it goes to the level of the soul and it cleanses at the soul level. In order to make this the most meaningful for everyone, I'd like to help everyone to identify the key karmas that we're going to be opening up to releasing at Rameshwaram. And Dr. Pillai told me that he wanted me to help people to identify their karmic thoughts that repeat all throughout the day, and that this would give them a snapshot of their karma so that they could see the areas where they're stuck, the challenges, and why they're not progressing in life. And he asked me to help people to do it in a way where you categorize the karmic thoughts so that you see the categories of karmic thoughts that are repeating all throughout the day that literally are helping your karma to unfold on a daily basis. Dr. Pillai teaches that karma is your thinking, and that no event could come into your life unless you first had the thought, whether you hold it consciously, subconsciously, or unconsciously. So that's why it's so important to identify these repetitive karmic thoughts, because otherwise, as they continue to cycle throughout our brain all day, they are influencing our actions and all of the events around us by keeping the karma continuing. And in our astral travel to Rameshwaram, we seek to have the sin-dissolving water of the wells to cleanse these karmic thoughts from our brain. Dr. Pillai also said that one of the most important things that you can do in your life is to manage your thoughts, because your thoughts create your reality. So take your paper and place it in a horizontal manner, because you're going to have 5 headings, and under each heading, you're going to be writing down thoughts. So you'll have more space if your paper is laid out in a horizontal way. And then at the top of the paper, laid in a horizontal fashion, there'll be 5 headings. So write relationships as the first heading for the first column, and then leave some space there. And the next column will be career, meaning either your job or your business. And then the next column will be finances. And the 4th column is health. And then the 5th column we'll call your self-image. These are basically the categories of karmic thoughts that come to everyone all throughout the day. And then, again, with a little bit of structure to make this even easier for you, under relationships, write 3 subheadings. And again, you can do this in a scratch paper kind of a way. This is not fancy. This is for your own benefit in order to practice this valuable exercise that Dr. Pillai wanted everyone to do, so that when you take this journey, you really are conscious that I want to release these karmic thoughts from my life. I don't want these karmic thoughts to be carrying forward this karmic reality anymore. So it can be very meaningful when you actually identify it and see it in black and white. So under the category of relationships, there would be 3 subheadings as applicable to you. One would be life partner, and then the second would be family, and then the third I would call professional. Of course, the people that you engage with in either your job or your business. And you can skip around. This is a stream of consciousness exercise because you know yourself when you look at these 5 headings. Some of you may have a lot of relationship karmic thoughts. Some of you may have more to do with money. Some of them may be more to do with health, because health is uppermost on your mind. I only created a subheading under health in terms of general and diseases, because a lot of us actually accept things about our health that we don't need to. And again, it's just a karmic thought that we actually brought into this birth. So for example, every day you may be accepting that you're 10 pounds overweight, and you just see yourself that way, and you say to people, I can't lose weight. This is just the weight that I am. So that would be a karmic thought related to your general health. Or maybe you've always experienced a lack of energy, or someone told you when you were a child. For example, my mother used to tell me, you were always the sickly one. So if you get that thought implanted in your mind, and if you carry that forward, that literally perpetuates the karma in your life. In terms of self-image, you might want to approach that last. And again, this is not about judging yourself, but if we could really see that every day we all have negative limiting thoughts of our self-image that cycle in and out all throughout the day, continuing again that pattern in our life, whether it's a personality trait or something that we feel is part of ourselves and we accept it as such. So for self-image, it would be the repetitive thoughts like, I'm just not good at making money, or I've always had an anger problem, or any of the negative limiting thoughts that we carry about ourselves and that pop up throughout the day, usually related to maybe work challenges or whatever challenges in our lives. We may feel, well, I don't know how to handle those kinds of things at my job. For example, when you're writing down your thoughts on finances, you may have a karma where it's easy for you to make money, but you feel like money slips out of your hands. And you may have that thought cycling through your consciousness throughout the day. And we're looking for thoughts which are the thoughts that cycle through your consciousness on a daily basis. Now, so for example, many of us may have grown up with our parents telling us things like, well, money doesn't grow on trees. But if that thought is not persistent within you, then I wouldn't highlight that one so much. We're looking for thoughts that cycle throughout your consciousness on a regular basis all throughout the day. Be in a stream of consciousness, ask for Babaji's blessings. This is an exercise that he sees as very valuable for everyone. Whatever the negative limiting personality trait it is something that we experienced in a previous birth, and we identified with it so strongly that we took it into this birth. So anything that you feel is a negative trait or a negative self-belief, it all came from a previous birth. And unconsciously, as I mentioned, as it cycles throughout your consciousness, it perpetuates the karma moving forward in your life. This is not about blame at all. This is simply the law of karma, that we experience the impact of all the karmic thoughts that we've held with passion, birth after birth after birth. Now, just in a very easy flow from the level of your soul, not in an analytical way, start writing down the thoughts that cycle in your head all throughout the day in the category of relationships and your life partner if you have one. Or if you don't have a life partner, start with your family. And what we're looking for are the negative, limiting karmic thoughts. So most of the negative karmic thoughts we have all throughout the day are tied to a person that we're having a challenge with, or it's tied to a situation that we don't like, that we find frustrating, or again, is a challenge for us. Or there's certain images that arise all throughout the day. Those could be images of the well-being of your children or other repetitive images that come up to you. And again, these are negative limiting thoughts. For example, if you're a person who has a grown-up son who maybe is not in a profession that you feel will be rewarding for him, you may be having a karmic thought all throughout the day that my son is not in a sustainable profession. So that's just an example. And in terms of a negative limiting thought about your life partner, throughout the day, you could have a constant thought, my partner's not supportive of me, or my partner doesn't appreciate me. The key thing is that it's something that comes forward from you. We know our karmas. But unfortunately, we allow these thoughts to rotate all throughout the day in a very unconscious fashion, not even realizing or knowing that as the thoughts keep continuing, they are literally continuing the karma to happen day after day after day. Dr. Pillai told me something very powerful. He said, you should live in a way where one moment is not connected to the past moment. If you had a problem with a person in the past moment, that was an old moment. This is a new moment. So that example just shows you from Dr. Pillai's divine level, how if we live life in that way, free of these karmic, limiting, negative, repetitive thoughts that are only perpetuating the karma in our life, then we could really live a new destiny every day. So I will stop talking now and then just give people time. And again, you're going to be writing like in a stream of consciousness. Don't think too hard about it. And you can skip between different columns. I only suggested starting with relationships because it's usually what's uppermost in our mind. So start writing down your karmic thoughts related to these different categories of relationships, and I'll just give you a few minutes to do that. And try and move on to the other columns if you feel like you are spending maybe too much time on one column. After you feel like you've captured everything, circle the ones that cycle through on a daily basis. The whole purpose of the island of Rameshwaram is to remove the worst karma. So in our session, we seek Babaji's grace to guide our souls to Rameshwaram and wash away these karmic limiting thoughts from our astral brain. Because right now we are attached to our physical body, but our light body is our true body. So that is the body that we are going to purify and cleanse in our journey to Rameshwaram. And have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Welcome back from that wonderful clearing exercise with Mohini to prepare us for Dr. Pillai's birthday. Imagining connecting with the sin-dissolving, karma-clearing power spot of Rameshwaram. Whether you participate in the paid services that Lakshmi will share more about momentarily, or whether you watch this recording again and again as a means of taking personal inventory of your challenges, imagining breakthroughs with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. So now we'll wrap up this session with Lakshmi sharing about Dr. Pillai's special birthday celebrations.
So I will give you a little tour of the 2-day retreat that we are hosting for Dr. Pillai's epic birthday celebration. So there will be a span of 2 different days, which is very exciting. In the past, we have done birthday retreats in India. Since we're not doing that this year, we want to give you somewhat of an experience for India as well. On February 1st is when we'll begin the teaching session. And this is his energetic day where it's very supportive. What we'll be doing is having an avatar Aarti or a puja offerings to his statue. This is a wonderful way for you to connect with him inwardly. Dr. Pillai has been known to create miracles through his pictures and statues. Someone had the blessing of having the statue drink milk. People have had immense miracles just having a picture of him showing light with a sincere prayer, literally saving lives. So this is a beautiful ceremony that will be led by Sucharita, and she's fabulous at that. You can see the picture here at how grand it becomes. So that's on February 1st. Then what we've done is, since we're not going to be physically in India, we have created this tour or this astral travel through the power spots of Rameshwaram, which is where Dr. Pillai was born. He was born in this sacred island because it is the most sin removal, karma removal place on earth. And typically when we take India trips there, we go into these wells, we go into the ocean. There's a whole series of things that are done. And in this virtual darshan or virtual astral travel, we'll be doing that through Mohini's guiding of the session in a meditative state, as well as you visually seeing this journey. So this is a beautiful way to connect and have this karma cleansing happening from afar. So that's February 1st. Then we move on to February 4th. This is a very special time because it is known as Ramalingam's Ascension Day. And if you don't know, Dr. Pillai often talks about how he is the reincarnation of Ramalingam. That was his past life. And Ramalingam turned his body into light, dematerialized his body. That is the ultimate form of enlightenment. And on this day, we will be receiving these teachings that Dr. Pillai talked about, enlightenment, siddhi powers, and divine beings such as Karpasamy and Holy Spirit. So this day is very, very powerful. It's a full moon, Pushya star day, and that is when Ramalingam ascended. And this is the timeline, if you'd like to know exactly when everything is happening so that you can attend it. Siddhi Powers Empowerment will be first. Then we will have the enlightenment initiation. And then after that, there will be an initiation into Karupaswami. Also on this sessions, Dr. Pillai has asked two of his prominent students, Kalkidas or Sunny and Mohini, to teach you how to channel. They have successfully been able to bring these divine beings into their body and have messages come forth. And so this is a very unusual occurrence and experience, and you are invited to participate if this is something you would like to learn how to do. Because before that, you'll be receiving an initiation into Karupaswami, and then you'll be receiving the instructions on how to do the channeling. In addition to all of these live events and education and experiences, there are rituals or power spot remedies that will be done on your behalf. And as I said, Dr. Pillai typically takes us to India. Last time we were there was in 2020 on his birthday, but since we have not been back to India, we do these rituals that are performed on your behalf in the power spots that he would normally bring people to. Hairamba, Ganesha, Shrimbrzi goddess, Angali, Rameshwaram, all of these amazing beings and locations will be done for you. And so that is part of one of the packages as well. So there's a few different ways that you can participate. The fundamental level has an early bird price right now, saving about $50, and that is the Siddhi Powers Empowerment. And that is, and then also including the Avatar Aarti, as well as the Rameshwaram Astral Travel Experience. So all of February 1st, plus the Siddhi Powers Empowerment on February 4th. The next is the premier level, and that includes everything I just mentioned, as well as the other initiations from Dr. Pillai. Karupaswami initiation, enlightenment initiation, the learning how to channel. Also, great savings on this one. And then the all-inclusive is all the teachings plus the remedy package, the proxy remedy package that starts on February 1st and goes through February 4th. If you have questions, please write to office@pillaicenter.com. I'll be happy to answer you. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi and Mohini, for sharing how we can best prepare for all the extra special blessings during Dr. Pillai's birthday. Please take a few moments to immerse in the Mula Mantra as we close out this session. You're most welcome to share your experiences on chat, where you can also post questions, and I'll type in responses. You can check out the links below the video inside of the description space. And of course, we invite you to click on the subscribe to our channel. Like us, give us a thumbs up if you found this to be informative. Thank you all for joining. Heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Pillai, Mohini, Lakshmi, Rani, our Pillai Center Practice YouTube team, and all of you for co-creating a divine space for everyone to enjoy doing something that not only uplifts us, collectively we can raise the vibrations of the planet. Thanks again for joining. Wish you health, wealth, and joy as we prepare to celebrate Dr. Pillai's birthday, 2023. God bless.
Om Mai Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Brizi Swaha Om Mai Sarvalokaya Adityaya Shiva Sadguru Shri Brizi Swaha